Hey everybody, good morning from Las Terrenas, Dominican Republic, here in Paradise. Paradise is very nice. Who remembers that song? That was a long time ago. Anyway, just wanted to make a little video for those of you who may wonder and say, hey, I don't speak Spanish. How am I gonna get along over there? Well, fortunately, Las Terrenas is an expat community, like so many other expat communities or tourist towns. I don't want to call it a huge tourist town because this is not Punta Cana. If you want a huge tourist town, like you're going to Miami or Orlando, go to Punta Cana. If you want something a little more laid back, more cultural, a little less on the grid and not such a big city and all that stuff, then come to a place like Las Terrenas. But I just wanted to address the language barrier. You know, when I first came here, I didn't speak a lot of Spanish. I mean, I probably had about 20 words in my vocabulary. That's not a lot. But I did manage to get along. I met some friends here, Dominicans, who spoke English as well, and they kind of, I learned just by speaking with them and listening to them talk and using translator apps when needed. Translator works really well. So you don't need to speak Spanish to come here. But of course it would help if you knew a few words, and you can use your translator. That definitely helps. There's that app Duolingo, which can help you learn another language. But for me personally, I learned mostly, believe it or not, just by practice, by trying, by, every day or so I'd pick up a new word. I'd listen to somebody talk. Maybe if I didn't understand it right then and there, I'd try to translate it and figure out what it meant and I'd add a new word to my vocabulary. So you could do the same. And one thing that I did too is, I have some favorite movies. I'm a Star Trek guy. I like a lot of Star Trek. And so I've seen certain episodes and movies many times and I almost know the script. I almost know the words. Or even like Back to the Future, one of my favorite movies. I almost know the script. So I'll tell you what, if you got a movie like that or a TV show, you know it in English almost, well, watch it in Spanish with English subtitles. Watch it a few times and you will learn the Spanish words and phrases that you knew 100% almost in English, right? You knew it from the movie and now you're going to know it in Spanish, right? And you could pick and choose those and use those for your life here, But you can totally get along if you don't speak Spanish. It's not a problem. And there's also many English speakers here, expats and people from the U.S. and Canada. And if you're from Europe, then yeah, there's Italians here, there's Russian, there's French.
Even there's Dominican restaurant.
There's Dutch, there's German, there's Dominican restaurants, like my little guy said. Oh, we got all kinds of restaurants. I got to make another video about restaurants. Yeah, we got all kinds of restaurants too, which is nice about this town. We got chicken parmesan from the Italian restaurants and all that yummy stuff. Funny enough, that guy in the Italian restaurant, he said to me, I asked for chicken parm. He said, that's not Italian. I said, yeah, but I'm from New York, please, can you make it? And he added it to the menu. Such nice people here.
And he made a pizza.
And he made us a pizza. But anyway, you don't need to speak Spanish to come here. Okay, so you can totally study it, learn it, get along without it, use your translator. And in many places, there are people who speak English. Places where people speak English, especially if you live in a community or if you rent in a place where there's other expats. So you'll be able to get along just fine. But anyway, just a short video on languages, just to address those concerns for those of you who are maybe thinking about coming here. And if you want to come to live here and improve your lifestyle and reduce your cost of living, contact me. I'll be glad to help you with your move. Thanks for tuning in.